within their mind simply by thinking about him. In case of non-devotees, the word Tanuvan Manobhi refers to the word Ajita, unconquered, and indicate that those not engaged in loving service of Lord Krishna cannot conquer the absolute truth by their bodily strength, verbal expertise, or mental power. Despite all their endeavors, the ultimate truth remains beyond their reach. In reference to the word Ajit, in reference to the word Jita, conquered, the words Tanuvan Manobhi indicate that the pure devotees of Lord Krishna conquer his body, words, and mind. Lord Krishna's body is conquered because and Lord Krishna's mind is conquered because he always thinks about his loving devotees. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has explained the words Tanuman Manobhi in regards to the word Namantaha, offering obeisances. He explains that the devotees can take full advantage of the transcendental topics of the Lord by offering all respects to those topics with their body, words, and mind. One should engage his body by touching the grounds with his hands and head while offering obeisances to the topics of the Lord. One should engage his words by praising transcendental literature such as Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, as well as the devotees who are preaching such literatures. And one should engage his mind by feeling great reverence and pleasure while hearing the transcendental topics of the Lord. In this way, a sincere devotee who has acquired even a small amount of transcendental knowledge about Lord Krishna can conquer him. Thus, go back home, back to Godhead, for eternal life at the Lord's side. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmetam Yena Tasmai Sri Mano Namano Vishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadanti Swapadantikam Tadatikam Padantikam Swayam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthani Prasad Devi Gauravani Pracharani Nirvishesa Sunyavadi Paschatati Sakarani Ancha Kalpatarobhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurati So Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishna Bhakta Rupa Sarvapakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktaksham Navami Bhakta Saktam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchane Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavane Krishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hare Priya Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasati Gaura Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna.
Great fortune and honor to be amongst all of you. Thank you very much for joining on this Saturday evening. I understand all of you are so busy with so much of services, but still you have really come here to discuss some Krishna Katha. Today morning only I was discussing with Karthikeya Prabhu. It really shows your enthusiasm and eagerness to go deep into Krishna consciousness. Like so, last couple of days you have like Chappan Bhog and 1008 offerings. Like Thursday you had a wonderful Katha of Aghasur, from Karthikeya Prabhu. There was like a Chappan Bhog offering, and then yesterday of course there was 1008 offering, from Amarendra Prabhu. I cannot even imagine what different varieties were coming. Some learning, some pastimes, some emotions, Prabhupada Katha, and so many beautiful verses and so much of realizations, right? Like 1,000 offerings, and still I didn't understand, why you're looking for some dry chapati and some sukhi sabji. Then he said, oh, yes, our devotees are saragrahi, you just come here, just want to, you just repeat Prabhupada words, and that's good enough. So yes, it really speaks about so much of the enthusiasm and the glorious qualities that you have. So I'll just try to repeat whatever I have heard, though without much realizations. So there's a very beautifully our Prabhuji discussed this Aghasur pastime, the beautiful teachings, beautiful realizations. Anybody would like to repeat for our benefit? We heard it, but definitely would like to hear also from you. What are the teachings from Aghasur pastime we heard on Thursday? Because that's where it started. Right? Even this Prabhuji said that we want to discuss something from Aghasur pastime, right? And then we'll discuss something about from the pastime of Brahma Vimohan lila. But before going to Brahma Vimohan lila, we thought that okay, anybody would like to share whatever you heard for our benefit? Like our process is always Sravanam and Kirtanam. That we're hearing and chanting. Anybody, 1 or 2 points? Prabhuji summarized also at the end very nicely. 2 teachings. How all the boys, they had so much faith. Excellent, excellent, right? So, like, yes, how a devotee has a strong faith, not really caring that, whether Lord will come or not, whether Lord exists or not, like, forget about them. That is strong faith. Any other pastimes, any other learnings?
Krishna loves the Lord. He runs and
Yes, he runs. He's more eager to, come to us, rescue us, get back to us than our desire. Any other learnings? Yes. He always chases after the devotees. Yes, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much. Any other points? Any other points? Prabhuji also talked about the glories of the holy name, right? Like how once you chant the holy name of the Lord, right? Like how Aghasur, body or the tongue was touched by Lord Krishna. Similarly, every day, we make an endeavor, right, to be touched by the holy name. The holy name and the Lord, they are not different. And very beautifully, or Sudhirgopal Goswami saying, somehow or other, right? Here it is saying that Sakrat, right? Sakrat, even once, somehow or other, if you get in touch with Lord Krishna, you are purified. Right? You are purified. And that's how he really very beautifully in this, this 10th and 12th chapter, we hear about this pastimes. And during this point of time also, like, yes, he talks about that, how, right, this pastime happened in the Etat Komarajam Karma Hare Amahi Moksham. Like, yes, it happened in the Komara age, and then, all the boys, they spoke about this wonderful pastimes in the Poganda age. Right? And then, like, yes, right, like Sutta Goswami said that, yes, it was so wonderful how, right, like these qualities of Lord Krishna, they are so wonderful. And Parikshit Maharaj, he wants to hear more and more, right? And he just paused, right? You see, like Parikshit Maharaj at this point of time, he's fasting, he's completely even not even taking a drop of water, right? Like forget about Nirjala Ekadasi. When Nirjala Ekadasi comes, we always look forward to next day morning, when it will come so that we can break our fast. But here he's not really looking forward to that. Like, that okay, chala Zargandi, okay, please finish the pastimes, we have to go back home. Right? So here, like, like he's having fasting for already 4 days, and he's, about to leave his body, right? But he's not in a hurry. Right? He's saying that, right? He's saying to Sukadeva Goswami, Raja Uvacha, Brahman Kalantara Kritam, Tatkalinam Katam Bhave, Yat Komare Hari Kritam, Jagu Pogande, Arbhaka. Yes, like, when we heard this pastime, nothing came to our mind. But then when Parikshit Maharaj heard that, what he heard? That this pastime happened in Komara Lila. But the boys, they informed their parents about this in Poganda Lila. After 1 year, they spoke that Lila as it happened on that day. And then Parikshit Maharaj, pause. Don't go, to the next discussion, and don't hurry up. Please tell me what happened, why it happened. Why it happened? Like Tat Kalina Kodam, Yat Komare Hrutikadam. Like the Lord Krishna, the Lord Hari, he did this pastime in Komara Lila. But how, right? Like 1 year back, but these cowherd boys are saying that this happened recently. And he's saying, Tat Pruhime Mahayogin, great yogi Sukadeva Goswami. And I am very curious to know, can you please tell me more about it? Right? And then it's very beautiful verse he's saying, a lot of devotees, and I love this verse. You want to repeat this verse? Huh? How Parikshit Maharaj, he glorifies this process of hearing. How he glorifies Sukdev Goswami. He's saying, Bhayam dhanyatama loke Guru Kshatrabandhava Vayam Pivama Muhustvata Punya Krishna Kathamritam. What is he saying? Vayam, oh, Dhanyatama Loke. We are most glorified. Why? Because you are about to die in 2 days. What do you say? That person is glorified? Is like I said, oh, I am the most unlucky person, right? I had my grandfather, they had so much, I had so much, I have not done any piety, but see what kind of a miserable life I am going. In 2 days I will leave my body. Will you consider you as a most glorified person? Will you say that? No, why? He is saying that the most glorified person I am. I am the most fortunate person. I am the most fortunate person. Why? Any guess? Dhanyatama loke, not Dhanya also. And the most fortunate person. Why he is saying so? Why? Any guess? But if you see my qualification, I am a Kshatra Bandhava. I'm not even consider myself as a Kshatriya because I don't have these qualities. I'm even the lowest of the Kshatriyas. But I am the most fortunate. Why? Bhayam pivama muhustvata punyam Krishna kathamritam. Right, we hear that, right? Brahmande brahmite kona bhagyavan jiva. Guru Krishna paite bhakti lata visa. So who is a bhagyavan? Brahmanda brahmite kona bhagyavan jiva. Who is a bhagyavan person? Who gets the mercy of Bhagavan? Right, how he gets the mercy of Bhagavan? Through the mercy of Guru and Krishna. Right? So here, like, yes, one is fortunate if he got a big bungalow, big job, is it? No. One is a real Bhagyavan if somebody gets the mercy of Guru and Krishna. What does it mean? Means that if somebody is fortunate, it means that he's getting an opportunity to hear Krishna Katha. He's getting an opportunity to awaken the dormant Krishna consciousness within the heart. Right? And then if somebody is most fortunate when he gets his opportunity to associate with the devotees and hear more and more and more and more. So now all of you are the most fortunate, right? Because you have that appetite, you have that eagerness, you have that enthusiasm to hear more and more. That's what, if you see, all our Bhagavatam, even yesterday our Ramananda Prabhu was saying that, like, all this piece of Bhagavatam, everywhere we go, we talk about Dhruv Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prithu Maharaj, wherever, any prayer you open up, all the devotees, they just say one thing. We just want to be in the association of the devotees, and want to hear glories. When Dhruv Maharaj, he heard darshan of Lord, but at the same time, he's saying that we want to be, not that I want to be with you forever. No. We want to be in the association of the devotees so that we want to hear Krishna Katha forever. That's what it is. And now you consider how glorious this satsang is. And how glorious, like, what Srila Prabhupada has given to us. Are you able to realize and are you able to follow? That we are Dhanyatama. That's what, like, the realization of Parikshit Maharaj. So, after hearing this, then let's go to the 13th chapter, where what is happening? Sukdev Goswami, he is, so much happy hearing this question of Parikshit Maharaj. Anybody else would have been there, okay, like we are closing and just about to close the pastime, then they would be happy. Okay, so like next prasadam time. But here, Sukdev Goswami is very happy. Yes, in spite of like you're hungry and thirsty, you're want to go deep. You want to have that. You have that attraction, for hearing the Krishna Katha. And how do you get that attraction? Right? How do you get that attraction? Right? Because he was having that attention. Right? It's not that, okay, we heard it and then he just forget, okay, something would have happened 1 year back. How does it matter? Anyway, I'm going to leave my body. Anyway, I have to go for prasadam. I have to take care of my family. How does it really matter? But then, how do you show your attraction for everything? By having that attention. That is it. Like, you need to show our love to the Lord by being, going in detail, by being attentive. Right? And how do you get that attention? By having the right aspiration. We have to develop our aspiration. Like why we are doing it. What we are exactly doing it. We should really think that how fortunate we are, how fortunate to get this opportunity. That's what Sukadeva Goswami is saying. Sadhu Krishna Mahabhaga. Oh, you are so wonderful. Right? I'm very honored by your inquiry. And he's saying, Tuya Bhagavata Uttama. You are the best of Bhagavata. You are the best of the devotees. Why? Yan Nutanasya Isasya. Because you are getting newer and newer realization. You are getting newer and newer love to hear Krishna Katha. ऐसा नहीं कि ओ चलो मैंने दामोदर लीला तो सुन लिया, what is there? And I know this pastime. Oh, Brahma Vimohan lila, I know this. And we always say this, right? These three words are the most difficult stumbling block of any right? That really comes as a wall, right? In progressing in our path of right Krishna consciousness, right? But you see, like here Parikshit Maharaj, he's showing with that in that enthusiasm. And what he's saying, what Parikshit Maharaj is being appreciated here by Sukadeva Goswami. Oh, you are able to get newer and newer realization. And that's what even Sukadeva Goswami says. Because once you read this Bhagavatam, there is so much deep. Krishna Tulya Bhagavata Vibhu Sarvasraya Pratisloke Pratyakshare Nana Arthakaya. Like with each and every sloka, with each and every word, with and every letter, there are so many meanings to it. That's why the Atma Ramasya Munaya in that verse, right? How Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives so many meanings just to the meaning of the word cha. Right? So many meanings he is giving. Our acharyas, right? Like recently when our Prabhuji was about the Mrudu Bhaksan lila, or so many pastimes. How or why Lord closed his eyes while drinking the milk of Putana. Like tens and tens of reasons, like commentary, the Lord acharyas have given, right? Why? Tadeva ramyam ruchiram navam tadeva saswan manaso mahotsavam tadeva. They get newer and newer revelation. Ruchiram navam tadeva sosanam, like, and it really dries up even the sokar nav sosanam runam. Everybody is having so much of anxiety with so much of tears, and they have created an ocean out of those tears. And the Lord's quality is that so sanam runam, he takes away, he dries up even that ocean of misery, and then he gives that attraction, because yaduttama sloka gunana, like because they have so much attached to hearing Krishna Katha. So here, like Sukadeva Goswami is appreciating Parikshit Maharaj, his wonderful hearing qualities, right? And then, right, because like, and how, like Sukadeva Goswami is giving one example also, just like any other materialistic people, the ordinary people, they would love to hear about women, sports, and so on, right? That's just like it's just like punash sarvita sarvananam, right? There is nothing rasa. If you just read a newspaper in the next day or 10 days ago, you just want to throw it into the dustbin, or you want to use it for whatever nonsense purpose. Right? But then you just hear this pastime of Bhagavatam, right? And you hear again and again from the devotees, and you get newer and newer realizations. It really gives that entertainment, enrichment, enlightenment, to the deeper and deeper level. Why? Because Krishna Tulya Bhagavatam, right? Because Krishna and Lord are not different. Yes, once you go deeper, you'll get in deeper and deeper realizations. That's why Srila Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj says that, right? If you go into the ocean, and it just, if you are just novice, neophyte, you just go and touch your leg and come back. But the expert swimmer, the scuba diver, they really go to the bottom of the ocean and they get the jewels, right? So of course, you should not go on your own, right? You should go with the expert scuba diver. And that's why Acharya is saying, Jao Bhagavata Pada Asray, Jao Bhagavata Pada, Vaishnavara Sthane, Ekanta Asray Kaira, Chaitanya Charane. Yes, we should read Bhagavata in the association of the devotees, and then they will help you go to the scuba diving. You can go to the bottom of the ocean and you can really get the nectar jewels, like that you are already getting it from Prabhuji, right? That's what it is. We should have that aspiration. We should have that desire. And that's what Sukadeva Goswami is appreciating Parikshit Maharaj here in this pastime, right? And now, okay, Because you are so inquisitive, you are so sincere, you are so submissive. Like Sudhirgopal Goswami once again giving all these adjectives, right? To Parikshit Maharaj. Because you are so, that's why I am giving you more confidential meanings to it. Right? Dhruya snigdhasya sishyasya gurava guhyam apiyuta. So that's why we should understand why sometimes Lord does not reveal it to us, because we are not having that sincerity, that submissiveness. Once we bring that in from our heart, Lord is there to reciprocate with us. Spiritual master is there to reciprocate with us. Is it clear? Like what Sudhirgopal Goswami is saying here? Yes, they are very difficult to understand. But because you are sincere, you are submissive, I'm now going to explain all this detail. So here, yes. So we are now about to embark on this pastime where Brahma is also getting bewildered. Brahma, who is Brahma? He's a creator, like he's the second creator of the universe with 4 heads. And it is said that even his body is also full of intelligence. His body also full of intelligence. So once we are discussing about this pastime, which is also in our founder Acharya, we call ourselves the Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya, right? And we are learning this pastime, but at the same time, let's not underestimate his position, right? They are doing this pastime so that we can learn from that pastime, right? From the bewilderment of Brahma, we'll say that enlightenment for all of us, because he is giving us these beautiful prayers in the next chapter. What is that? The 14th chapter. And especially this chapter, right? This 13th chapter is very, very, very dear to the devotees of ISKCON. Why? Anybody knows? By seeing this book? Anybody can tell? Anybody can tell? Why is so? Sorry? Brahma Samhita. Yes. Prabhupada, like Brahma wrote Brahma Samhita after this pastime. But I'm talking about this book. Why this 13th chapter, and especially this book is very famous, very dear to the devotees. This Brahma Vimohan Lila, this 13th chapter, 10th canto. Anybody? Anybody? No? How many of you have seen that last pastime of Srila Prabhupada in videos? How many of you have seen? You have seen that last pastime video of Srila Prabhupada? You have seen that Jayadit Maharaj would be having a transcriber holding onto his mouth, and Prabhupada would be dictating the translation of what? This book. So you can see Prabhupada at his last moments. Still, if you see the purport to these verses, they are so deep. That's how we can really understand the position of Srila Prabhupada. Just by taking this one line from each of the sentence, like if somebody is really, at last moments, what kind of a pain he would be going through, what or she would be going through, or what kind of anxiety he would have. But you see how Prabhupada is so much absorbed in Krishna Katha at that point of time. He's really revealing the so deeper meanings to this Brahma Vimohan Lila. Right? So you just read this chapter, right? And you will see so much, enlightenment will kind of reveal from the heart. Right? So here, going forward, so what is happening? This Aghasur pastime has over, and then Brahma, as you said, he got bewildered, right? And he is having how many heads? 4 heads, and you will see that in 4 different ways he will get bewildered. Okay, I'll make a quiz after this program. Hope you remember. Okay, the first one. Okay, I'm just giving a clue also. The first one, why he got bewildered? He saw that how this Agha, this demon, right? By just thinking of that, nobody would be really dare to go near to him. And who is such a personification of sin is called Agha. Agha means sin, right? The meaning of sin, right? And who is full of sin personification, and how he got delivered by Krishna. Not only delivered by Krishna, but he got Sarupya Mukti. How it is possible? Kind of his heart, like his head got completely short-circuited. How it is possible? A demon, like especially if somebody has done some mischief, right? You want to give punishment to him. But if somebody is a sin personification, how do you want to really bring him back to Sarupya Mukti? Right? And then let's see what are the other kind of reasons, right? Like he get bewildered. So after this Aghasura pastime is over, Lord Krishna, he brought his friends, and he brought all the friends to the bank of Yamuna, where there were beautiful lotus flowers were there, birds were chirping, right? And this beautiful forest was there, and especially this place, a lot of fine sand, right? And they thought it's a very beautiful place. Let's go and have some gala time. And how? Like it's a time for, as we always know, right? Like once Lord performs one demon deliverance lila, then it's a pastime for the breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So this is the time for Lord's lunch time. So he said that, okay, right, let's bring all our tiffin boxes and have our lunch time. So everybody opened their tiffin boxes, whatever was given by their mother. Somebody was coming, to the ears of Krishna and saying, "Oh Krishna, somehow we forgot to bring our tiffin." Krishna said, "No, don't worry." And somebody opened their tiffin boxes and offered it to Lord Krishna. Krishna is saying, "Oh, it is so nice, so beautiful, so delicious, so sumptuous." And another person was really, testing it little bit and then offering the same thing to Lord Krishna. Krishna said, "Oh, it's nice. Who has cooked it? What exactly it is there? It is really tasting like nectar." And another person, right now, he had full of this chas, buttermilk in his mouth, and another boy really like this, and the Krishna opened his mouth, right, and all the remnants of that buttermilk from that boy went inside. And after seeing this, Brahma realized, no, this can't be not the Supreme Lord. Why? The Lord is called Yajna Bhog. What is called? Yajna Bhog. Only after you perform all the fire sacrifices or the sacrifices with the proper rules and regulations and rituals, then only Lord Vishnu appears and really accepts from you. And here, this small boy, he really saying that, he delivered this Aga, and now, he's taking these remnants from his friends. How it is possible? Who is this person? Right? And this really, really bewilderment from Brahma. And at that point of time, what happened? The boys, they were sitting together, not like this. They were sitting in a circle. Especially if you have seen in our Govindas. You must have seen this beautiful picture. You have seen this beautiful picture where Krishna would be in the center, and all the countless cowherd boys would be sitting in circles, just like in a lotus flower, like the petals and sepals would be there. So similarly, all the countless boys were there, and everybody was thinking that Lord was watching towards them, looking towards them, reciprocating with them. Especially we're in Puri, like we were discussing, Prabhuji also was talking about the Pratavrudra deliverance and how, when Rath Yatra was going on, there were 7 groups were there. And in each of the 7 groups, you remember, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there dancing in each of the groups. Right? At that point of time, like Abhirata Goswami, he remembered this pastime, like how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing with each of these, groups, right? Like here, right? Lord Krishna was reciprocating with each of this boy. Let's say if I'm seeing this Prabhuji, I cannot see this Mataji at the same time. But Lord's quality is that he's really reciprocating with each and every one. Everybody is thinking that he's looking towards me. Right? How it is possible? Right? And Prabhupada, really gives this very beautiful, purport. He's saying that all our Krishna conscious centers, the movement, the only purpose is to what? To keep Krishna in the center, right? That should be the purpose. That should be our goal, right? And nothing else, right? So at that point of time, right? Here, as we see, these boys, they were a little bit, fearful. Why they were fearful? Because they realized that all the calves, they have gone a little far. They saw that the green grasses were a little bit far, and they started going. And seeing the fearful nature of like these boys, and Krishna said, don't worry. What he said? There's a very beautifully he's saying this verse. What is this? It's a very beautiful verse. He's saying that may drink water, and then okay, so they really put the circles of water, and this is what Prabhupada was saying, that this present Krishna conscious movement is an attempt to put Krishna in the center. For this is done, all that very beautifully Prabhupada says, all the activities will automatically become beautiful and blissful. So if you want to really make our Janmashtami or any other program, any other things beautiful and blissful, what do you have to do? We have to put Krishna in the center. What do you mean by putting Krishna in the center? It means that, like, we have to see what will really please Krishna, right? We are saying that we have to keep Prabhupada in the center. Then we have to think that, okay, there is a difference of opinion. We should put, right, like the altar like this, or mandap like this, or we should have entrance like this. There is always a lot of difference of opinion, once you do the program. But then at that point of time, it's like, should you really think that, this is the way we should do it as I like, or this is as I thinking, or this is what Krishna would be happy, or the devotees would be happy, Prabhupada would be happy, by doing this, right? That's what we're talking about, putting Krishna in the center, right? And then here, all the cowherd boys, they are really having a gala time in terms of testing prasadam, and at that point of time, right, all the calves, they were going here and there and sing that, right? Lord Krishna is saying very beautiful verse here. He's saying that Mitrani asanma viramate hanasya vatsakan aham. Right? So he is giving that assurance to the cowherd boys. I will take care of the calf. You enjoy your prasadam. Right? What is saying? Mitrani asan ma viramate. You don't worry. You don't stop your eating. I will take care of it. So here our acharyas are giving very beautiful, commentaries. Like this cows, or the, they are also, it's called go, right? Go means the cows, and also the senses. Right? Once you start chanting, once you kind of doing our sadhana, the senses goes here and there, isn't it? Right? At that point of time, right? Instead of we kind of trying to gather once again all our senses back and back, right? What Lord is saying here, please take center of me, hear me. That's what we say. One chanting means you just focus on hearing Krishna, take center of Krishna. Once you take center of Krishna, the mind, Lord will take care of all the, senses. Lord will take care of our, roaming mind. Right? Very instructive. Like with that assurance of Krishna to the Gopas, it is also very hope-giving for all of us also. That, like, yes, we cannot control our senses. We cannot control our indriyas, our mind. But then you have to take care of the Hrusikesa, where he is saying, Ma virate hanesya vatsakanaham. Hanesya, I will bring them. Aham, I will take care of you. Right? I shall bring your calves. Yes, we are having, like Prabhupada giving this purport that yes, we are having this fear. Bhayam ditya abhinivesitasya. We are having this fear because we are away from Krishna. Right? And the Lord saying that yes, I will go, and Lord went everywhere. Iti uktva. Having said that, Lord went Adri mountains, and then he went to the different caves, he went to bushes, Kavara, and everywhere Lord went for searching. Oh, where are those calves gone? No, I thought they were just somewhere only, because that's where they were just playing and grazing the grass. Where are they? Where are they? They were searching, by calling their names. He was calling, but he didn't find. Lord failed in finding the calves. So what had happened during that point of time? What had happened at that point of time? So what are the two bewilderment of Brahma so far? What is the first one? How this Agha can be delivered by this boy. And the second one was? How this Yajna book, he's taking, honoring the prasadam, the remnants of his friends, who is supposed to take only from the Yajnas, and now he's taking the remnants from his friends, even the remnant of the this buttermilk and the prasadam and everything. And now Brahma said that, okay, now I have to kind of try it out. So he thought of playing with the fire. So glowworm, you want to test Oh, see how much light I produce in front of sun. And our Sukadeva Goswami and our Acharyas, they're giving these analogies. Right? Subsequently, we'll hear that. So he took away this, all the calves, right, to his place. And then Krishna came back, and he said that, okay, maybe, I'll come back and I will see where are these boys, my coward friends. And he came there. What he found? He didn't find them also. Oh, this is it. Then what to be done now? What to be done? Right? And now Krishna thought of his dear devotees, for a long time he had this desire, to fulfill the desire of this gopas and gopis, and the cows, because they wanted to offer their everything to Lord Krishna, because they were always she takes care of Krishna's desire. Oh, right. And Krishna said, yes, if you're looking for this reason, he was trying to fulfill that reason now through this pastime. Right? And how he does it? Then he manifests himself in as many cowherd boys. Like we talked about, how many cowherd boys were there? Countless. So exactly countless. Can you understand what does it mean by exactly countless? Exactly countless boys he manifested. And not only boys, but also the calves. And can you believe it? Not only their form and right, like these face and the body parts, they were same, but also their qualities, their idiosyncrasies, right? Their liking, their dislikings. Sukadeva Goswami is saying that they were more original than the original. Right? So once again, we can really understand, right? How Lord understands everything of us. If you would not have understand what is our liking and disliking, how he would have manifested himself? Right? Let's say if there would have been one boy extra, right, physically, then it's a Columbus plus time. Or if there was a one boy, more or less, or like if some like every day, like the boy is saying that I need curd rice, and today you are saying that I need a puliyogara. What happened to my boy today? Right? How he manifested with each and every detail of that cow, even the cowherd boys, this Bhaktram way, this cowherd speak, everything, the pagadi, everything he really manifested as it is. You see how Lord is so merciful and how he really understands everything. Sometimes you understand, oh, Lord doesn't understand us. If he doesn't understand, then how he manifested all the boys liking and dislikings. Right? And then he realized what kind of what is really happening, and it is happening day by day. Like all the cowherd ladies, they were so much feeling affectionate towards their boys. Till that point of time, they were loving their children, but still their eyes were towards Lord Krishna. Right? Oh, would really feed Krishna, would really bath Krishna, would do like that. Now they got the opportunity. They feel so much affectionate for their own children now. Right? And then even the cowherd boys, right? Or the cowherd boys, they were getting so much affectionate from their parents, or from their father. And the calves, they were getting so much affection from the cows. And one day, it's just around 5 to 6 days before that 1 year, right, of this pastime, Balram saw it one day that he was passing by, and the cows really being taken care by the cowherd gopas, and usually these calves were taken care by the gopas, small gopas, cowherd boys, right? And he saw that suddenly all the cows, they are running towards the bottom of the foothill, right, of the mountain, seeing the calves. Balram is saying, what is happening? All the cows, right, and these calves, they are really elder ones. How these cows are having so much affection for the elder ones. Right? And then seeing that, the cowherd, the gopas, they started running. Oh, why? Because they really keep them cows and calves away, so that at the end of the day they can really milk the cows, right? But then if they really mix now itself, they will not get any milk, right? Of course, they would give it enough so that they will also take it. right? But then, like the cows were the Gopals, they were running behind, being angry with the cows, oh, let me kind of go and capture the cows. But once they saw that, they are sons, the small cowherd boys, and they forgot everything. Oh, this is my son. Oh, he's so lovely. He's so, they started embracing, they started kind of kissing. No, and then Balaram said, what is happening? I have never seen this kind of behavior. Right? The older like cows kind of, getting into caring and caressing, the elder calves, and the cowherd, elderly, gentlemen, they are taking care of, their boys so lovingly. What is happening? And Lord Balaram, he is, the source of the spiritual strength. He's the Adi Guru. He will not get bewildered by us. Right? But then Lord Balaram, he convinced that yes, it is not by Mahamaya, it is by Yoga Maya. Right? It's something is happening with the pastime of the Lord. And then he asked Krishna, what is happening? Oh, yes, you know it. What is happening? Right? And then during that point of time, Brahma realized. What he realized? Okay, let me see what is happening now in Vrindavan. He came back. And during that point of time, he saw that the same cowherd boys and calves are also there. And he saw that, yes, Sahi. Yeah, let me go back and to my Brahmalok. Because I have taken all of these cowherd boys and all these, calves there. Wo Sahi. Yes, Sahi. Yeah. Wo Sahi. So that's why, there's a place also nearby Vrindavan called Sahi. Sahi. Yes, Sahi. Yeah, wo Sahi. Kaun sa Sahi? Which one is right? Was the kind of the cowherd boys and the calves who were in the Brahmaloka, they were right? How many saying they are the right ones? They are the correct ones? They are the original ones? How many of you saying? Yes. The ones who have been taken by Brahma. But there was another group of cowherd boys and calves. They are also there. And yeah, was are they right? Are they the original cowherd boys? No, because they were the expansion of, like in one way, of course, right? But in another way, like they are manifestation of Krishna, right? They are Vishnu Mayam Jagat, like Lord is really manifested through them. So they are the, in that way, there's Lord's expansions. Who are right? Who is the original? Right? Our Acharya says, both are not right. Another bewilderment. Our Acharyas are saying that, just like, Ravana took that Maya Sita, right? Brahma have taken this Arbhaka, like this Maya boys and Maya cowherd calves, because the original ones were already covered. They were in Vrindavan, but nobody could see them. That is the power of the Lord. Just like the original Sita. Like how can Sita be touched by Lord Ravan, not Lord by Ravan? That similarly, even the cowherd boys or even the calves, they cannot be really taken by Brahma. That is beyond his jurisdiction. So they were. So how many sets were there? 3 sets. Another bewilderment for us. Right? But then not only that was it. That was not enough. Like it was just like like sometimes father and the kid, they play some game. How they play? Papa comes with some nice toy with beautiful, things, right? And a toy, and so then the child says, "Papa, let's have it on hide and seek game." And I said, "Okay, can you say me what is this, Papa?" And now you close your eyes. Papa close eyes, and then kind of the boy takes it and says, "Papa, open your eyes. See, where is it gone? Oh, where it is gone?" Papa says, "Oh, where it is gone? I don't know where is it." Then the child says, "Oh, very happy. Oh, I fooled my father." And then what happens? The boy goes to the other room and he keeps it there. And once again he comes back and sees what? Same toy is in Papa's hand. Right? Then why it is happening? Yeah, yes, yeah, was right? Like similarly, kind of, like how that's what Brahma realize that I am really playing with my master. That he is Yogeshwareswara. He is the Iswara of the Yogeshwara. How can I really understand him? It is my foolishness to really play with him. Right? He realized it. That yes, one devotee was giving very nice analogy. How? Why Brahma got bewildered? He was saying that that in the beginning of 10th canto, in the first class only we are hearing from Prabhuji that how that all the devatas headed by Brahma and Shiva, they went to the Kshirsagar, on with the request of Bhumi, the earth, to approach the Lord Vishnu, please appear. And at that time, Lord, he appeared, Yene Brahma Adi Kavai, right? Like, Lord appeared through the heart of Brahma, and he revealed, that yes, I want to appear now very soon, and all of you, right? Please assist me in my mission. So what he said? Lord Vishnu said to Brahma, now all of you should appear in Mathura and in Brajamandal to help me in my pastime. So Brahma, he went to all the devatas because he was the medium. He said, yes, now Lord has revealed. Yes, he will come back very soon. And all of you, please assist, please appear and assist him. But at that time, when Lord said to Brahma, what he said? All of you. And Brahma also repeated as it is. No problem, right? What he said? All of you, excluding him. Acharya saying that because he said that all of you do it and except me. Right? That's like without seva also creates bewilderment. Right? So whenever, like, for us also, we get some opportunity. It's not that, oh, all of you should do it. If our leader says to us, we should not repeat that same mistake. Now all of you should do it. And that leader will say, now all of you should do it. So, like, getting a seva is an opportunity for us to serve, right? Because the very important lesson we learn from this is that, especially this designations. Right now, this Janmashtami is coming. Somebody is the leader of promotion seva, finance seva, this seva, that seva, right? Sometimes this designation, this post, also create a hindrance in our path of bhakti. Right? Like, because, right, like, we get carried away once again with that aham and mama. Right? You see the mood of, like, we were discussing about the gopis and Yashoda Mai. Yes, the gopis, they wanted to also serve, right, Krishna. They were not envious of Krishna. They are not envious of Mother Yashoda. That, oh, Mother Yashoda is getting that opportunity, we are not getting the opportunity. No, they also wanted to serve, just like Mother Yashoda. Right? They want to assist Mother Yashoda. And that's how they got the opportunity to serve Krishna. Right here also, I heard that, like, the devotees were doing very wonderful, Janmashtami, last couple of years. And now Minu Mataji and some of the devotees said, no, we also want to do, one more, Janmashtami. Right? Because, like, their desires were so sincere. Lord is manifesting it. Even though they had also come across so many difficulties, Lord is really manifesting that. It's not through some enviousness, right? It is through the pure desire. Like, you remember that pastime in Vrindavan, right? When Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, they had the deity of Radha Govindji, Radha Madan Mohanji. At that point of time, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he said that, if I would have also that deity, I would have also served personality to the Lord. It's not by enviousness Gopal Bhatta Goswami is saying, right, to Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami, oh, you have a beautiful deities and I don't have any deities. I'm not able to serve with nice paraphernalia. No, he had that natural desire. He had, once again, got that inspiration from them. I want to also serve, right? That's why, our Acharya is saying that, yes, main focus when we are taking some position, yes, because it's an institution, it's an organization, it is necessary, it's required to have some post, right? But that post should be in the mood of that we call servant leadership, right? That's what we call Bhakta Das, right? In the mood of that we want to serve, we are getting an opportunity to serve, right? Like here in this Brahma, right? And he realized that mistake, but then we saw that what is the outcome of this bewilderment, right? The enlightenment, right? Like he offered this beautiful 14th chapter of, right? In this 10th canto, Brahma's prayers. They're so glorious. Like we just read one only, this 10.14.3, beautiful verse where he's saying this, right? Tanvana manu manovir, like how body, words, and minds, once we offer it everything, then a person who is really offering that, he becomes, he represents Ajita Jito. The Lord Krishna is Ajita. He is Ajita. He is unconquerable. But once we offer our body, mind, and words in the glorification of the Lord, right, in the service of the Lord, he becomes a conqueror of the unconqueror. Right? He becomes the Jita of Ajita. Right? This is like this quality of the Lord. Right? It's a Bhakta Paradhina. Right? It's a Bhakta Vatsalyata. Right? There is no end to this. Right? Yes. Like that's why Srila Prabhupada always says that, no, don't try to become God. You can become mother of God, father of God. Now all the devotees are getting opportunity during this Janmashtami, right? To serve Lord Krishna. Isn't it? In whatever ways you can really come perform. Like we heard this verse, right? Lord is saying that Tanuvan Manobhir. Tan, man, pran, dhan, whatever you have, bring it and use it for Krishna. Right? And then what is the outcome? Brahma is saying that, right? Ye prayaso ajito jito. Otherwise, yes, who can understand Lord Krishna? Janantu iva janantu kim bahutva name prabhu. Manasa payo. Like, otherwise, some people might say that, oh, I know Krishna. Oh, I know Krishna's pastime. Oh, I know Prabhupada. Oh, I know this Hare Krishna. Brahma is saying that as far as, I am concerned, I don't know anything about Krishna consciousness. I don't know anything about Krishna consciousness. Right? Who can really understand Krishna? Right? Like his greatness and sweetness are unfathomable. Right? But by serving, by being surrendered to him, right? And by coming together in the service of the Lord, right? Yes, we can experience it. We can realize it. Right? Yes, once we come together, in spite of so many other engagements, all of you came together to hear attentively. Right? One devotee was saying that हम जब ध्यान पूर्वक कान्हा की लीला सुनते हैं तो कान्हा मिलते हैं. ध्यान पूर्वक कान्हा की लीलाएं कान से सुनते हैं तो कान्हा मिलते हैं. Like, yes, we have to engage our ears, in the service of the Lord. We have to engage our, mind, in planning and doing so many, services for the Lord. We have to engage our hands, in so many ways for the Lord. And that's why Brahma is saying that, okay, I have had enough of all this, prestige and positions and so on. Oh Lord, now what I want to do in the next yuga, I don't want to have any, prestige and no positions or nothing. So what do you want to be? And I just want to be born in a family of mlechas. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Brahma appearing in the family of a mlecha? Who is that? Who is that? Haridas Thakur, Namachari Haridas Thakur. Yes, Mahaprabhu, wanted to still give a big, designation to him as a Namacharya. And Mahaprabhu appeared to distort the holy name, and he still, even if you don't want, you want to really, be absorbed only in the serving the holy name. But I want to give that designation of Namacharya. Yes, by having that, going deeper into our own sadhana. That if, yes, we want to have a big grand program now, right? Yes, there's a big seva I want to do. At the same time, we have to go deeper also. Right? That's what we call Bhakti Lata Bees, right? Bhakti Lata means what? Right? Like, yes, the tree really, or the creeper, it will go bigger and bigger and bigger. But at the same time, can it survive without going deeper inside the soil? Without the root going inside the soil? Can it grow like that? No. So as we do a bigger and bigger program, right? Our sadhana, our connection to the Lord also has to go deeper. We should not compromise on that. I was so happy that when I heard that, like, all of you have so much a desire, right? To chant more, to hear more, to, right? Like having this swadhyaya and sadhana. We're not compromising on that, right? This is an opportunity for us to go deeper. Once you go deeper, right, into that root, that's where we'll get all the nutrients. That's where we'll get all the inspirations, right? And because once you talk about Janmashtami, right, it's not about what do you do, right? Yes, so there are so many, other festivals also gets organized, like, so many festivals in so many places. And that really does not transform anybody, not the host, nor the audience. But why somebody comes to Krishna conscious, our Janmashtami festival, their heart gets transformed. But they really get bewildered. How? Oh, this devotee gold medalist, right, in some college, and now he's taking menial service. Oh, this Mataji, she's the vice president of a company, and what kind of a seva she is doing? Oh, this Mataji, she doesn't know, to read and write, and she's preaching like, some Mahabhagavat. This really, is the bewilderment for them. And with that bewilderment, then comes the enlightenment for them. That yes, this is not ordinary. Right? Yes, this is the magic of Srila Prabhupada. That they see this, and that's why their heart gets transformed. This is how they, this will transform the heart of the people. Because they see that Vrindavan atmosphere there. Because they see that all the members who are coming to that, all the members or all the volunteers, all the devotees who are serving, they are serving in a so selfless way. Without putting themselves in the center. Right? Always thinking that how can we really, having that beautiful smile in their face. Oh, how can we serve you? Right? Like even if they were doing this crowd management, saying Hare Krishna, Hari Hari, right? Like, in such a smiling way. Right? Recently I was gone to another, program, right, where they were organizing another social program. And you see the behavior of the volunteers in the routes. Just by seeing that, people are getting away from it. Right? But then once you see any Krishna conscious Janmashtami programs, you see like even if the devotees have the toughest job in some of the areas, but the way they really kind of invite the guests, because they see that, oh, these are not ordinary people, they are guests of the Supreme Lord. If you are really taken the responsibility that okay, you have to take care of some relatives of Mr. Prime Minister or some president, would you really take them lightly? No, right? You have so much responsibilities, right? Like devotees also feel that, oh, whoever really coming, they are so close to dear to the Lord. Right, they are coming after so long time, and you see that how Lord is really so eager to embrace them. Oh, you have come after so many years, so many lifetimes, so many species. I'm here. Lord is coming out to embrace them, and we stand in between. Oh, you go away from here. Do you think our bhakti will go up or bhakti will go down during that point of time? Right. So these occasions are really wonderful opportunity for them. Right, for all of us, how we can really act as windows, right, for all the people who are coming, right, so that they can really see this spiritual world. Right, these programs are nothing but like this ISKCON Bhakti Center Panatur or this PK Sports is really getting transformed into Vaikuntha, is really getting transformed to Goloka, because they will see that what is the quality. This is the embassy of the spiritual world. Right, I remember during the first day of inauguration, we had come and we were talking about these are like the exchanges where they come with all their material desires, and it's like an exchange. It will get transformed to spiritual desires. Right, this is like an exchange. Right, like if you're going from one country to another country, you go to exchange, right? Right, to transform your money from rupees to dollars or rupee to euro or whatever it is. Similarly, all the people, they would be coming with so many material emotions. Mere ko ye chahiye, mere ko wo chahiye. But just by seeing the beautiful deity darshan of the Lord, or seeing just one round of chanting, or having some beautiful kirtan of the Lord, prasadam of the Lord, their hearts will get transformed completely. Can you understand this? Yeah, these are that's why we call this is an exchange. Right? Lord is given the opportunity, and now these are the representative of this embassy. Right? How big responsibility all of us having. Right? So, right, and we are really always inspired with all of the devotees here, especially as cultivated by Kartikeya Prabhu so wonderfully, so sincerely. We pray that, right, you have this consciousness more and more to serve more and more, to serve the devotees more and more, because this is just not just an activity, or this is not a job that we do it, but it's a privilege that we have to serve the Lord and his devotees. Okay, with that, we just pause it here. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki. Okay, any questions or comments or quick reflection anybody is having? So what are the four bewilderments of Brahma? What is the first one? Agasu, how he got this Sarupya Mukti. Second, how is a Yakya book? He honoring from his friends, right? The remnants of his friend. Third one? Yes, sahi hai, wo sahi. Then when he realized that, there is another third set. Right? What is the fourth one? When he realized that each of these boys and the calves, They were non-different from Vishnu. Vishnu Mayam Jagat. Like, you were really seeing every boy. They were having this 400 form, right? And with the Tulasi and with all the, jewels and everybody, he got really bewildered. Yes, he had bewildered when, this is the first time, right? He had gone to Dwarka, then Dwarapal said, who are you? Brahma said, who are asking? Who are you? Don't you know I'm Brahma? Right? And then, right, yes, then he got to realize that there are so many other Brahmas, like 500 Brahmas, 10-headed Brahmas, 100-headed Brahmas, right, or million-headed Brahmas. There's so many Brahmas are there of the different universes, right? But he didn't realize that there's so many Vishnus also. Like, you can understand this, appearing in front of one Vishnu, right? Now he's saying all the Vishnus, and in different forms, right? In everybody's, all the covered boys and all the covered, the Gopas and also the calves, right? And then at the same time, then once again, everything got transformed and Krishna is just eating curd rice once again in the same mood that, and he had seen in the beginning. Yes. Yes, so it's a wonderful pastime where we can see that how even Brahma also, does this pastime of bewilderment, to give us the enlightenment. Yes, we also get bewildered whenever there is some devotees do some negative things, right? And if we just keep it in ourselves, right? Sometimes it's just a temporary, it will go away. But sometimes, right, what happens? Right, doubt comes in. Right, doubt comes in, and then it's just a matter of time. People go away from the Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, if some bewilderment happens, some devotee did this thing or that thing, you approach a wrong person, at a wrong place, wrong time, and then we get more bewildered. Right? But at that point of time, once we are getting bewildered by seeing some things, right? At that point, how we need to ask the right person, at right place, at right time, right? And then, yes, as I said, then we'll, our heart will get enlightened. Our heart will get enlightened. Yes, go on.
Sorry if I missed the point. But why would you mentioned, right? Why would Brahma want to be born in a family of nature?
Yes, because he didn't want to have this post and prestige and because he thought that because I had this this responsibility and the position of a Brahma, right? It created some sort of me and mine, and that became as an hindrance to approach Lord Krishna, right? Because whenever there is some post and prestige, it creates that stumbling block, right? Not only that, then he appeared in Varsana as that's a Mangad, Bhangad, Bilasgad, right? This is the four, and it's called 4 mountains in Varsana. They are called the 4 heads of Brahma. And Uddhava, he also got bewildered once he came to see Vrindavan, under the instruction of Krishna. He saw that, this devotees, these gopis of Vrindavan, they are so elevated. I was thinking that I know Krishna. Krishna is my friend, childhood friend. I am the student of Brahaspati. I know all the gyans. I know all philosophy. But the love of gopis, and there's so much. And now my only aspiration is that I want to be Gulmalata. I want to be just the grass in this Vrindavan, so that I will just get a dust of the dust that is being carried from the lotus feet of the gopis. You see, right? Not only, right, like wanted to be really that, but he wanted to say species change from the Himalaya to the Gulmalata, right? Or Brahma, you wanted to be just a mountain to serve. So devotee, the only opulence he is really looking for to serve. Right, and Janmashtami once again is a wonderful opportunity to serve, to really showcase that, oh Lord, we love you. Right, and we love you means you have to show it. Love means to please, and please means to serve. Right, you want to say that, oh Krishna, I love you, but then okay, I want to just be at my own place. Right? If you want to do something, we have to come out of our comfort zone. Growth cannot happen in our comfortable zone, wherever it is, either in the office or at home or in a spirituality. Right? Our growth cannot happen, right? If we just sit in the complacent, if we just sit in our own zone, this is what we have been doing and will continue to do it. Right? No one devotee was saying that if that means that you are grown up but still walking with a diaper. Right? Yes. If you are a grown up means you have to take some responsibility. You have to take care of your own, and not only your own, but then once you're grown up means you have to take care of others also. Right? That's what we say, that yes, we have been now in a 1 year senior or 2 year senior or 5 year senior, not just by spending a couple of years in Krishna consciousness. Right? Yes, somehow or other we got this opportunity to be connected with Srila Prabhupada and this beautiful movement, this beautiful center, beautiful association of devotees. What else can we ask for? Right? So why not? Right? We cannot repay our gratitude to them. We cannot. Never in a lifetime we can repay, because we have been just rotting in this material world. Right? And now we got this opportunity to hear Srimad Bhagavad, the wonderful pastimes of Krishna. How fortunate we are. Can you repay anything? And now Lord is saying, Prabhupada is saying, just share it. If you really feel that you got benefited, why don't you share it with others? So, thank you very much. Yes, we have come here to get a lot of inspiration from all of you, and we are really inspired with all of your enthusiasm. Thank you very much.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So as always, Nectarian power-packed class by His Grace Sudhirgopal Prabhu. It's always very wonderful to have him here. So I always keep telling him that he's one of my inspiration, he's one of my superior. I feel very safe and sheltered with so many wonderful senior devotees, very matured in their dealings, very matured in giving advices when it comes to any problem in Krishna consciousness. I'm feeling very sad for those who have missed today's class. Normally the entire hall will be filled, but because of this long weekend, without telling, many devotees have gone. So anyways, people are not very fortunate to hear from senior devotees. So we are very fortunate, and let's express our gratitude to Prabhuji by loudly chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
So for your information, His Grace Sudhirgopal Prabhu is leading a Janmashtami in the Hope Farm area, Chansandra area, and he's also going to lead the center there. So we'll be having ISKCON Bhakti Center. I don't know what you want to call it as. So there's a Bhakti Center coming up there. So, and when it comes to Prabhuji's intense sadhana and other things, I'm always overwhelmed. He gets time to hear his seniors, his spiritual master Prabhupada. He gets time to hear his equals. I don't know how he gets time to hear a junior like me also. He'll quote, Prabhuji quoted this, Prabhuji quoted that. And when it comes to reading also, I've seen Prabhuji's reading is very intense, so vast from different scriptures, different articles and whatnot. And at the same time, Prabhuji never compromises with spending time with his kids. So he has 2 kids, one elder son and daughter. So you should see his daughter. She'll know so many shlokas, so many songs of Vaishnava songs and so on and so forth. So that's what I was telling you. Maybe you can get them also, but maybe some other engagements are there for them. So he's a proper example of a nice, wonderful Grihastha devotee. And I wanted him to come here so that he inspires all of us. And we get inspired and fired up to do more and more devotional service and do a grand Janmashtami. So please bless us. 2 Janmashthamis we are doing, stretching ourselves like anything.
As we discussed, like the cows and the gopis, they had the same desire to serve Krishna as Mother Yasoda doing, right? So yes, and now you are getting the opportunity, right? Like yes, and we don't know, how many ways Lord will manifest, in so many years to come. It's only 2, right? Like of course from year 2, but just 10 years back, right, or 11 years back, once we started in our ACS layout, right, we never thought that just in 10 years we'll have this 8 different places we'll be doing Janmashtami. Believe me, just once we started in 2011 the Janmashtami, there are hardly maybe like 20 or 30 devotees. That Yugal Kisar Prabhu and some devotees, and Harikatra Prabhu was in the temple at that point of time, and he used to come and help us in so many ways. But we had hardly a handful of devotees. Sometimes, Prabhuji was saying that, oh, yes, we have gone twice, but still, we see there are so many devotees, right? There are so many devotees who have been coming to this Gita course, so wonderfully cultivated by Kartikeya Prabhu, right? So many Gita courses happened, and so many devotees have heard Krishna Katha. They're so fortunate, and now there's a time for them. Right? I was saying that we can really reach out to each of the members, even if they've attended one class. Right? Why don't we call them? Oh, right? Yes, we have been doing your birthdays or your children's birthday for so many lifetimes or so many spaces, but now why don't you come and do something for the Lord? Right? Do something. At least come for 2 hours. Come for 3 hours. Right? We have kind of a plan. Right? We have usually trying to do a couple of apartment complexes, and they said, okay, all of you, please take care of Jhulan Seva. Right? We'll have one devotee, but in the different slots, you come and you do it. Or like special some devotees, like prasadam distribution. Like this kind of sevas, right? We can give opportunity, right? Of course, we should really, tell them about the mood of serving also, because it's not about what they do, but how they do it. So that's one more opportunity to have one more program with them. Right? So, right, how they should serve. Like we should give opportunity to as many. We should call our friends, colleagues, right, our neighbors. Why don't you come for 1 hour? We should plan it nicely, and we should give opportunity to them to serve. That okay, you're not able to spend time with us. Okay, do some seva. Bring some rice, or get us some contact of somebody who can really help us. In so many ways, in whichever ways, let them just do little. Start somewhere. Start somewhere. Do something for Krishna. The Lord recognizes that. Right? Let's give the opportunity to them just to do little seva. Right? And then it's just a matter of time. Right? That spark, right, will be fanned by the Lord and his devotees. And over a period of time, right? We have seen so many devotees. They just came, and here in this congregation also we have seen. In this congregation, they were starting with 1-2 families with our Srinidhi Prabhu and so on, but now you see wonderful families coming up. Yes, it's all because of all your sincerity, and we are sure, right? Srila Prabhupada is smiling upon all of you because you are doing so wonderful service, and we'll continue to do so. And at the same time, please pray for us also. It's very easy to speak, but very difficult to follow. But with all of your prayers and blessings, definitely we have a hope. Please chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra if you are so pleased, and to bless all of us.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Now we have hope. Hare Krishna.
Thank you once again, Prabhuji. We look forward for your next class in this place. Hope at that time we'll have the hall filled like always. Hare Krishna. So we will, what's the time now? So we'll do one round of chanting as we have been doing. Yes. So let's prepare ourselves. All of us. We can take our beats, close your eyes.